Hey everybody, welcome back to this new video of designing an app from scratch and then building it. Well, going to try to build it. So my goal with this course is essentially to walk you through my design process, give you as much knowledge about design as I can, and show you kind of like what I do when I am designing a product idea that I actually want to potentially start building. I will be sharing this and documenting this on Threads as much as I can. I would love to build this product, but the fact of the matter is, as you've noticed in my last episodes, I don't know how to code yet. I'm still learning SwiftUI, and I think this is going to take me a little to design anyway, so it's going to buy me some time. Now, in our previous videos, I talked about building a to-do list app, but really wanted to scratch that idea because I feel like everyone does design a to-do list app. And so what I wanted to design is a product idea that I actually had in mind for a while now. And it's a fun idea. Isn't anything like, I don't think like super insane to build. But the product is called Stash, and my wife and I thought of this idea. We thought it would be really cool to have almost like a global scavenger hunt in a way, and allow users to, open the product and, maybe hide things in specific areas around them or anywhere in the world. And users in those areas can then discover or find those things that they're hiding. This could be money, this could be food, this could be whatever it may be, whatever you want to hide, whatever you want someone else to find. And so it's more like a location-based product, right? I thought this would be cool if you're traveling to a new spot, you open up this app and then you can see little markers around the map indicating like, hey, there's some things hidden in your area, try and go find it. And the product is called Stash, right? So you're essentially like, stashing things that you're finding, right? Or you're stashing things that you're hiding. And so, we're gonna shift from that, to-do list, and we're gonna start building this like Stash app. So I actually started, working on a logo. I thought like a treasure, like almost like a treasure chest would be like a really good icon. And if I hide this, you can see I'm still tracing it. But I'm really focused on trying to make this look as 3D as possible, and add some little like cartoon vibe to it. Not cartoon, but not make it look like this, but add some like cool apps, modern color. Now the theme is minimal, right? I'm a minimalist designer. I don't believe in, going over the top with just like design, graphics, all that stuff. So take everything that I'm expressing through these tutorials with a grain of salt. If this isn't your type of, design, I guess, style, then, some of these principles that I'm communicating with you might not apply to you. But there's one thing I will let you know is when it comes to spacing, when it comes to, organizing elements onto the page, like that's something I definitely want you to listen to. I've been designing products for over 7 years now. And my app has been featured on the App Store multiple times. And I've read the human interface guidelines multiple times that Apple announces. So I know a lot about just like UI in general. So what we had, I'm still working on the logo, but on the sign in, sign up page, we're probably going to drop this down so that the logo can come up here and all this will kind of drop down as well like this, which is great. But what I want to start designing today is the homepage. We're going to need some onboarding pages as well. So we're going to go ahead and start mapping them out. So what we're going to do, this is kind of like working, like these are pretty much finalized. And then this logo is going to be finalized, but I like tracing here. I'll move this up here so we can keep everything kind of like, finalized, organized. And then I have like social stuff here. Now these are the other concepts I created as well for Stash and, color schemes. I just like for, I like what I went with where black is just log in, it's something that I'm not saying it's not super exciting, right? Like it's okay, let's just log in, get there. Sign up, I wanted to add some, like a little bit of color, to help encourage the user, like, hey, let's sign up. But let's go ahead and start, designing some things. Let's kind of like always designing from the smaller frames first because it's easier to scale up. And if you can make something look good on a small frame, then you're bound to make it look good on the actual bigger phones. So, what I'm thinking, just for like onboarding, I'm just gonna duplicate these. Can't type today. So I'm gonna copy some of these actually, yeah. So I think what we're gonna do for onboarding is, I think we're gonna wanna have, some sort of like large image here. And we're gonna fill this with like, something like this. I think we need to, I always like having like some sort of skip button that the user can just skip. So we're gonna write that up here. Because some users just don't like going through this. And then I definitely need some sort of header, right? The header's gonna be like right here. And then this is gonna be like a description, like 2 lines, 2 to 3 sentences usually, nothing crazy. Because you don't want to bore the user. If you can just get away with just a header, that can work as well. And then I like, we can either put like a button down here, and we can make this like, just to make it stand out a little, we can make like a button down here, and then that says next. Okay. And then, I'll probably copy the same thing. And we don't need the skip button because I think I'm only going to have 2. Complete. Yeah, so then we will then duplicate this again, and now we can talk about the home page, okay? So this is going to be, I'm really fun. I'm really excited to design this because I've built location-based products before. My first app I ever built was a location-based hyper-local chat app. So like I miss designing the location space. It's very difficult because you're dealing with location preferences that you're hoping that the user has turned on, because not a lot of people like that you do track locations in apps. They want their privacy. So that's the issue I think with location-based apps. It's like you can never really like hone in on their exact location due to like technical / phone service issues. And then also it's like if the user doesn't have their location services on or permissions on, they can't really use the product, right? And you can only ask them so many times because Apple doesn't allow you to keep bombarding the user to get them to change their preferences. They have to kind of go in the settings on their own after two times of asking them and manually do it themselves, which can be difficult. So it's important that when we design this, we keep that in mind and we also cater to that, right? So there'll be, I'll design 2 alerts for, providing us permissions to locations, but if they deny it, then I'll create some sort of custom modal that will pop up indicating you have to turn on your location preferences, because if you don't, you won't be able to use the product, right? I mean, I guess you could. You could be able to use the product. It just wouldn't be in your exact location. So I think what we're gonna do is definitely have the full screen be some sort of map here. So let's make this like a gray. It's gonna be a map. And then what I want to have here is I want to have like almost like a floating tab bar down here. I'm going to start off 34. Yeah. And what we'll have is something like this. So we'll have a plus icon. You'll be able to, create a new stash, if you want to post something. And then we'll have some sort, let's see here. This will be like your chest. This could be the chest icon right in here. And then this could be like your profile. And then let's come up here, and what I like is having like the gear settings up here. Okay. And then we'll have like little stashes like all around, something like this, right? So let's I kind of want to start, now that I kind of have a rough idea, I want to start definitely designing this. So let's delete this stuff, okay? Boom. Let's see here. I'm gonna go into my plugins. And do we have a map? Google Map Maker, there we go. I like dark. Okay. Okay. So we got this right in. Place that right in there. They added this new aspect ratio thing. See if it works here. Okay. It's okay. I think I can go ahead and crop this. Let's just make this like bigger for now, and we'll just like focus on, yeah, something like this. Actually, no, I don't like this. We're gonna do it again, because I want this to look as real as possible here. So let's do like, Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Okay, let's see this. Okay, take that image and we'll paste that in there. Okay, so you see what I got? What I did there, guys? This looks much better. Maybe just like, nah, it's still gonna be. That's fine. Let's do this. So it's too big for me, right? It's definitely too big. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so so you don't have to like rescale it. Little trick that I love about Figma is I can just come in here. I know this is image. I'm gonna copy it. Go to my command click into my lower layer here and paste, and it adds, you know, that picture I just copied. So, okay, so I really like the dark mode look, honestly. So what I'm now gonna do is start making this like this tab bar, and you know what I honestly kind of want to do is make this. I kind of want to make a really nice like custom floating tab bar. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually put. Yeah, I don't even need that up here, honestly. What I can do though. What I can do is add the search up here. Add some sort of search. I like thinking on the fly, guys. Like I know, you know, I drew this out, but I really like just thinking on the fly and coming up with things. So I'm gonna go with like a linear. See if we can get like almost like a glass feeling to this. 25, make this like an 85. Then we're gonna come in with a stroke, do the same type of thing. You can honestly just copy and paste that, make it like 2, make this rounded. We're gonna add an effect, background blur, like 10, too much, 4. And we're definitely gonna add a drop shadow. Let's just increase the brightness of this. And we're gonna do 10 by 50. And I think we need to just lower this just a smidge. It's just like, maybe this is like 1.4 on the outside. Yeah, okay, that looks much better. We're gonna do start searching. We don't make the material design kit. Make this about 16 pixels. And I think I got my creating this file. little contrast there. I have to do something like this. Yeah. I have to do a more like black glass. Yep, there we go. And then just increase the linear over here by like, so we get that nice outer, too much. Yeah, it's looking nice now. And just drop down the blur, the back shadow here just a smidge. And it's looking nice. Okay, much better. I think we need to make this 14, and I don't think it needs, yeah, kind of like that vibe. I like that. Okay, so far I like that. So usually I like putting this around 20 to 16 pixels from the side here, and obviously centering it. Searches on maps I like putting at the top, about 20, like between 16 to 30 pixels on each side. And you can also put it down here, but the reason why I didn't do it down here is because we're gonna have this floating action button that when you open it, and you tap on it, it opens up a tab bar, right? Because what we really, like, when you really think about it, there might not be a lot of people on average stashing things away in public, right? There's probably gonna be a select few. And most of them are gonna be on the map looking for things, right? Or searching for locations, seeing things in that area. This action button is going to handle just, creating a, post or a hidden spot, viewing your stash, like what you've collected, and then your profile, right? So, and your settings. So, I think something like this, I think we can copy the same type of style, right click it, and we're going to go to copy, where is it? Copy properties. Come in here, we're gonna paste properties. So as you can see, we got that same circle. And I'm gonna come in here and we're going to get SF symbols. And I'm gonna click this plus icon. Drop it right in here. Make sure it's centered. Make sure this is an even number. And make this like 18. Okay. And we're gonna make this purple. It's pink. Something like this, right? And make this a little bold. And yeah. How big is this? 44, I like that. 44 touch point. Click K to make this just a tad bigger. I always like even numbers so that it can align, and then this has to be even as well. And if you click both of them together, it will then align. Also like coming in here and centering that. Okay, so that looks really good. Honestly, I kind of want to like add an opacity to this. Like I wonder what, I wonder what the white, yeah, I kind of like that. I actually kind of like the monotone. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. Okay, so then we have the plus icon, that's fine. And we got start searching. Really liking how this is coming along. We can even make this just a tad brighter. And then what I want to start doing is like, what do these stashes look like on the map, right? And honestly, I think we need a filter icon to view these stashes instead of a map on a like list view maybe. So I'm gonna click these together, add a frame, bring this over, 25. I'm gonna add our list, something like this, yeah. I'm gonna add this right here. And yeah, we can keep that on the same hierarchy. You know, it honestly might be better right up here. And now that I think about it, I kind of don't like this here. Kind of want something like this. And we're gonna make these a lot smaller than the action bar at the bottom. Make this like 34. Put them in auto layout. Make sure they're about 12, 16 pixels. Put this on the outside. Bring them down to about 60, and I think that's right. So now, user tap search, we'll have like a modal pop up, and then they can type in the search, and this will also pop up a modal and show them a list of all the stashes in their area instead of searching the map here. So let's design kind of what these these searches look like. So first, what I actually want to do is create a component here. I'm going to drag this out, and then I'm going to come back in here, paste it in here, duplicate it, copy that, come in here, that like that. So now this is a component. I'm going to make this a component as well, right? Come in here, plop that right like that, okay? So now I got these components that I built, so I can quickly edit if needed. Put these in a section. And we're gonna bring these over here. Okay, and then what I need to do is I'm gonna design like, honestly, I don't know, it would be kind of cool, I'm trying to think here, if, I think this is something that's like an image. We'll add a stroke to this. I think this could utilize our pink, like this, like outside. Let's bring up like Unsplash. Maybe we could do something like search here. Let's do food. Let's do like money. Oh, what's this? Yeah, maybe something like this. Let's do something like this. Yeah. And then what we want to do is, I think we might need to make this like a linear. Yeah. Add some white to it. I think we make this like the darker. Yeah. Nah, I don't like that. I'm not in love with that either. Go linear again. Make this like, yeah, I'll do something like that. And we're gonna just plop these, plop one over here, plop one over here, over here, over here, over here. And let's see if I can just fill this stuff with different things. Actually, no. I think this is good for today. We're 25 minutes in this episode. I think this is good for the homepage for today. I'm going to go ahead and create a component out of this. Drag this in here. Okay. Okay, so we got our homepage done. Call this not title bar. Yeah, title bar, button, so something like that. This is action button, and this is stash button. Okay, so in the next episode, I should have the logo done. Should update these designs, and we'll add a dark mode to these designs as well. We're also going to need to add a light mode. Let's actually do this now. What do you say? Google, see how this translates. Do we have a light mode? Gray will work. So let's do this. And then we'll make sure we'll add local variables for headers, descriptions. We'll do a lot of cleanup stuff before we move on, so we can move a lot faster. And we will also, now what I can do is do something like this, right? Before we go, I'm gonna come into here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a new variable, this one, come to this one, add a new variable as well. We're gonna expand this. Okay. And now we are gonna click into here. This linear fill needs to be, now we can mess around with it. Okay, so my headphones might be sounding weird. Hopefully they're not. Just want to see if I can get this. I think this needs to be black now. Black. And what we'll do is we'll add a white, another white. Yeah, here we go. 100%. 30%, and then we'll need to add a stroke. The stroke is going to be darker. Yeah, some dark. There we go. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to copy this style. We're going to copy properties. Come over here, and we're going to paste this. It's going to be black. Let's see. Actually, I don't think we even need to do that, but we'll see what. Okay, so that didn't update. Okay, we'll do it the hard way then. Sorry, guys. In here. Grab this linear. Stroke. Okay. Now, default variant 2, still not really, it's weird. Okay, we're just gonna copy, we'll fix that later. Add that here. And we'll fix that later, no problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and see if this will work. Paste properties. And we'll grab fill. Grab that in there. Make this a plus. Grab this stroke. And we're going to add it here. Okay, so we got our lighter and dark modes. Sign in, sign up. Next episode, like I said, we're going to do some cleaning up in the file, make sure we can work a lot faster, build these components. Going to, talk about what happens when you tap on one of these stashes. Maybe we, change up the stash, what it looks like on the map itself. Honestly, we might not even lead with the map. Maybe we lead with the list and then give the option to view stuff on the map. We'll talk about that in the next episode. But let's see, my map light. Dark. But appreciate you tuning in, and please comment, like, subscribe. Would really appreciate it. If there's anything I can work on, I'm new to this stuff. Again, still learning the whole editing, creator field, whatever, but I just really want to share my knowledge with you. I want to learn at the same time, and I'm excited to get back into Stash in the next episode.